Good morning. So millions of kids go back to school in Florida around the same time.
Mm-hmm.
And overall, most kids made it to and from school without any problems. However, when it went wrong in places, it went terribly wrong. So Broward Public Schools say they are sorry for all the chaos and all the hassles on the first day. It was caused by the district's rollout of new metal detectors. They created delays as students were left standing in long lines trying to get to the classroom. The superintendent, Howard Hepburn, wrote on X that he was very sorry for what happened and that they are hoping to get things fixed as they move forward with this new way of providing security in the schools. So what was going on is they had, metal objects being removed from backpacks.
Yeah, I'm sure.
3-ring binders setting off alarms.
Kind of need that.
So these are things that they were hoping people wouldn't have in their packs. But apparently because of all the confusion with the new setup and what the metal detectors are looking for, obviously the idea here is to prevent weapons from getting into school, not the materials they need for class.
Yeah,
that stuff's supposed to be out in the open.
Yeah, you've got loose change and, wait, I'll go through it again. Keys and, binder.
Eyeglass cases.
Yeah.
Right. So it looks like, from what I'm seeing on X, that it's going much better today at the Broward County schools with the metal detectors. Kids are getting right through. They're getting to class on time. But I was reading about this, and I guess in Manatee County, they're using these detectors. They're called weapons detectors. So they're not just metal detectors. It's a system that can actually detect weapons and vape pens. And that's what they're able to confiscate. But it's not going to set off because of keys or a cell phone or a binder.
Well, that's smart.
So then my question for Broward County is that what they're using? Or did they not do enough research and they're not using the right thing and they've just got regular metal detectors?
Yeah, knowing Broward, it's regular metal detectors.
Yeah. And they spent a lot of money. And they were only going to do it at 10 schools to start. Mm-hmm. And they decided, you know what, let's just go for all of them.
Why not?
Yeah. And
go for broke.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if you were outside Fort Lauderdale High, Western High School, or Hollywood Hills High, the students were on these gigantic lines.
Yeah, and it was so hot. I mean, it's really hot. They're sweating on the first day of school, waiting to go in. Yeah, it was crazy.
So, things could go better. But, hey, you could just stay home and do online school.
Yeah, that worked well, too.
Wait, that didn't work either. People couldn't log into that.
That was down. That was about as effective as X last night during Trump's interview with Elon Musk. Now, there were a couple of serious situations. One in Pinellas County, a 14-year-old arrested for threatening a mass shooting at a high school. First day of school. Mm-hmm. Apparently, the teen admitted to detectives that he made the post with the threat, but claimed he did it as a joke because he was nervous about his new school. Well,
You're not going to be very popular now.
Yeah, well, wait till he's nervous when he goes to juvenile detention.
Nervous.
Yeah, yeah, not a great way to start things. And then a 15-year-old girl was arrested in Hillsborough County after she made an Instagram post threatening to shoot up her high school. So had that right on the first day. You've got threats in schools across the Tampa Bay area.
Great way to use social media.
Yep.
So there was another tragic story out of Sarasota County. A 12-year-old girl run over by her mother outside Booker Middle School. The Highway Patrol says the child got out of the car, which was in the drop-off line in front of the school, and apparently dropped some supplies on the ground. Now, because of the rush to get through these lines, some of the stuff went under the car, and she got under there to get it. The mother didn't realize that, moved the car forward, and ran the girl over. And she was taken to All Children's Hospital, listed in critical condition. And the Highway Patrol said that, unfortunately, this was just an incident of sort of the chaos of car line. Yeah. People are in a hurry. They feel like they're under pressure to get through it. And everybody just needs to, relax and pay more attention to what's going on because of what happened here.
Yeah, I don't know if there's anything this mother could have done because it was a big SUV.
It was she had a Lincoln Navigator, and I'm thinking about, when I drop my son off, I look back and I say, bye, bud, love you, and he gets out of the car, closes the door, and then I drive away. I'm not usually checking to make sure that he didn't get under the car. It's just not somewhere that your brain goes. Right. The kid gets out, you say goodbye, and you go.
Yeah, and I'm assuming she just did that and didn't look. And even if she had looked, I don't know, she would have seen.
That she would have even seen her. Yeah, you don't think when you drop somebody off to look back and make sure they're not getting under the car. It's just not something you think is going to happen.
Yeah, and I can only imagine the student, that's your first moment on the first day of school, you drop all your crap, on the ground. So she's probably nervous and freaking out. Yeah, all flustered and everything. And then depending on the vehicle, like I know for my SUV, if there's something in front of me and I start to go, it'll beep, it'll warn me. But I don't know, like if she was in the middle of in between the two wheels and you're like, I don't know exactly what the setup was, but I don't know that the sensors would go off then. So,
well, I think obviously they'll be talking to the students about never reach under a car under really any circumstances because of, the potential that the car could move. And in this environment, that's what goes on, right? I mean, the car line, there's constantly cars moving. So just an unfortunate situation to happen on the first day of school. And really, I think after that incident, they'll be working to prevent that from happening again.
Right. Now, Dana, what's the setup like? So when you pull up in the car line and let's say you're getting close, right? Is it like your son needs to have his backpack ready to go, seatbelt off, like you jump out immediately, like one motion, open the door and jump out at the same time.
Together. Yeah, and there's a lot of pressure because if you're that parent, I will never forget when my son was at a different school in the car line one day, this mom gets out and puts her kids' gloves on. This was when we lived in Maryland. And the mom gets out of the car, opens the door for the kid to get out, puts the kid's gloves on to walk 10 feet to the front door of the school. And I'm sitting there like, what are you doing?
I can only imagine.
So those are the people that really cause a lot of aggravation in the car line, the people that aren't doing it right. And then it just creates this like stressful environment for everyone.
The one thing that probably helps is that the older the kid gets, the more quickly they want to get away from you anyway.
They're like, don't give me a kiss, no hugs, no kiss, just get out of the car. Let me out. Don't even say bye to me, Mom.
What about in kindergarten? Your kids, Chris, I mean, they're probably maybe a little more attached. Is that, do you got to kind of push them?
No.
Like when you're teaching your kid to swim, you throw them right in the deep end? Yeah.
No, they get out. But, my younger one always looks back and waves. So I can always know that, she's on her way.
Yeah.
The other one just takes off.
Right. Is that going to be a sad day when the one no longer looks back? Is that when you know?
It will be a sad day.
Chris will be here weeping.
Yeah, Chris, why are you so upset this morning?
But, I think, though, that this is an adjustment. And, every time you go to a different school, like you go from elementary to middle, you're going to have a different car line with a different situation. And some of these car lines are just crowded. They're not ideal ways to drop the students off. They don't have like necessarily a big space to do it.
Right.
It just depends on the school that you're going to.
Yeah.
But obviously, the lesson here is that you just got to pay attention to all the possibilities of an accident.
Yeah, they need those workers like from Chick-fil-A to be orchestrating the car line. They're so efficient through the drive-through.
Yeah.
They get you in and out. I bet you they could do the same at all these different schools.
They do have patrols, actually, at my son's school because he was a patrol last year. They have car line patrols that are kids that stand in all the different spaces.
Oh, it's the dopey kids who are the patrols, though?
Do they take breakfast orders?
Call my son dopey?
No, I said the dopey, not him.
He was one.
Oh,
All
no.
right. All right, we're done.
Those are the cool kids, Ryan. Come on.
That's enough.
Going to have kids in charge of that? That'll be a mess. All right, Chris Trankman with today's top stories. Chris, thanks so much.
Thank you.